keep hitting the wrong button. Okay, now we're starting. So let's start with goals. I remembered to do that. What are y'all's goals? What do you want to do this session?
What happened last session?
Last session, you brought Rupert and Gianluca and the other people onto the ship and vetted them, and then you left Persia.
Headed to Otan Feri.
Yep. And I don't remember where we left that. If we were doing something mid-transit, or if we were just going to jump straight to Otan Feri. But basically, you can decide. Okay, how much? What this can be a discussion on what is the plan once we reach Otan Feri.
Hey Victor, do you mind going to push to talk?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
1 second.
My last note is the doctor has been attacked by the reanimated bits of the shape changer. And I don't know if that was me remembering something or if that actually happened.
That did happen. I don't remember when that was, but at some point, Dr. Burns was attacked by Floyd Dempsey, who reanimated in order to not die due to the murmur, and then immediately died due to the murmur. He took a long shot, and he didn't roll a nat 20.
And then I know about ghost stuff, and that's
Yes.
where my notes are. That's it. That's all I got in my notes.
But yeah, now you're headed to Otan Feri, and then I don't know what you're going to do after that.
So the idea was to start mounting a resistance against the behemoth.
Mm-hmm.
And send out word to the Phoenix and all that.
Weren't we also planning on going to the shipyard to get a bunch of bombs to slow down / stop the behemoth? This was from not last session, but 2 sessions ago, I think, that we talked about possibly doing this.
Yes,
I don't know if we
and
still
you learned the consequences of blowing up a ship.
Oh yeah, small
Which are
murmurs.
all psionics stop, and all ships break down temporarily.
I mean, could be still a Hail Mary.
Right, it's a Hail Mary. I don't know if you want to just do a bunch of Hail Marys.
I wonder what would happen if you blew up a ship the size of the Phoenix.
That would be just another scream.
I was gonna say, we're just repeating the previous events.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just saying, like, worst comes to worst.
The fact of the matter is that we want the hyperlanes to stay up because we can use them, whereas the behemoth cannot really. So doing another scream would just not help us.
Also, if I remember correctly, all psychics died in the scream.
And
All
that is
except
a
a
terrible
very
shame.
few number who went violently mad.
Yeah.
Also,
And they were all,
let me
like,
remind you.
dogs.
Let me remind you, comrade, you are psychic.
That didn't. The murmur didn't affect me though, did it, Eric?
It did. You could no longer detect psionics. Although you don't know if
dear.
it's because there was nothing to detect or because you couldn't detect it.
If you want to take that coin flip, be my guest. But
You want to test that theory real quick?
I'm just saying, if we absolutely have to.
I think having another murmur in the bag might be useful, especially if we fight against like an overwhelming force of psionics for some reason.
Yeah.
Like that would be nice, but I don't know that we want to rely on that as the ongoing tactic.
Yeah, that was more me saying we might want that for like the just in case. Just in
Right,
case
we
we're
have like
fucked.
right, we have one ship rigged to blow in our fleet for that,
Mhm.
but we don't, deploy it on a regular basis.
Or we put a long enough timer on it that we can, get the fuck out before it goes off.
Maybe. But yeah. So was there something going on, or were we doing any scenes on way to this next system? Or
That's up to you guys. Again, this is really like a planning phase because like once you're there, where do you go from then? And yeah, I think having like a team meeting could be a good idea. Or I don't know.
yeah.
All right, guys. Ghosts are real.
I want us to either. Well, okay. I want to find, when we get there, I want to find the fastest ship we can, the highest upgraded spike drive, and I want to either pay them or take it over and have it go send a message to the Phoenix, saying, "Hey, we need some backup," but also like they can send, some information to start disseminating around the sector about the behemoth. And then I think we're doing like some diplomacy and stuff to try and get and
Sorry, I missed that last
to
bit.
maybe start like trying to make repairs on the shipyard. Oh, just try getting people to rally as a defense in Otan Feri.
Okay.
And to maybe start trying to like repair the shipyard or something, bring it back online so it can be a defense platform. And what was the population of Otan Feri again?
The population of Otan Feri is
A lot.
where is it? Uh, 2.5 billion.
Okay, so I think if they were to get that much biomass, that would be a bad thing.
Yes.
And so maybe we would want to, try and hold off the behemoths here and not let them take the system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else have anything they would like to add or other ideas? Because I'm saying this is what I'm going to go try and do, but like if someone has a better idea, by all means.
Besides getting the ship cores for a just in case, oh fuck moment, I think I pretty much agree.
Yeah.
Stop this shit as soon as possible. Because the Phoenix isn't super far away.
Does anyone have any contacts that they want to like reach out to, ask for help?
I mean, besides the psychics that are on our ship.
Victor,
Well,
I can't hear you.
What systems are we near?
We're right here on the map.
So Otan Feri is the hex, and the planet is Fan Kui, which I don't know if any of you are like explicitly familiar with. This is where you went to the concert / heist of Xinyi Li. the teleporter.
Who we killed.
Who you thwarted.
Well, but then he did die because
No,
he became a
that's-
puddle.
That's
Uh,
Floyd.
okay.
Floyd Dempsey,
Who
his
died?
partner.
Hmm.
He died.
Okay.
Push to talk. I don't know why it didn't work. I can't hear you.
Is that Sawi Prime?
No. Sorry Prime is another jump away.
Right there.
But you do know people in Sorry Prime.
Am I not from Minor?
Are you what? Yeah, you're
I'm
from
from
Sorry
Sawi
Minor.
Minor.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that not close enough to be warranting making a call? For
You
support?
can send a message, but you can't make a call because it's across hexes.
What are people thinking? Is that would you like that support?
Yeah, I mean, I think we would send like any ship we sent to go get the Phoenix, we would tell them along the way to like, hey, stop in. Sorry, send a message to Sorry Prime or something like that to ask for the Empire's support, considering that the beam is going to be at their doorstep if Otan Feri falls.
That's a good idea, but not what I was thinking about.
Yeah, you're specific. You're going for someone specific.
I have like several gangs that owe me favors on Sawi Minor. And also I was a literal commander at some point and have connections to the military.
Okay.
I guess at this point is Sawi's not independent, right? So that means that the
Sorry is fighting for independence at the moment.
okay, so there's rebel fighters there as well.
Yeah.
I guess I'd like to send a letter to the people who I helped get that transportation things in line.
Yeah.
I guess the specific request we're making is in support of taking down the behemoth, correct?
Yeah.
And then also same thing to my contacts with the rebel forces and such.
Right.
Like everyone needs to not be fighting each other for a hot second.
We can also trick the Empire into fighting with us. Just be like, hey, remember those people who blew up your space station? You wanna catch them? They're here. And then they show up and there's a bunch of behemoths and they just fight.
Good work.
Potentially.
You could lie to them in a way that might do some permanent damage and say that we brought the behemoths.
I don't think we want that rumor to go around.
Yeah. They hate us enough already.
Yeah, and that would just
that does
make us
not sound
amazing.
like the best course of action.
Oh, wait. Ah, shit. Could I put something akin to like a Trojan in the message we send to the Empire? Because if I can program a little way to just fuck with their internal alert systems to make them get like an alert that looks like it's from a command post. Can a Nigerian prince scam them into coming to the space where
you
they need to
could
fight?
spoof some codes to say, oh, this is from this person instead of from these 4 fucking randos.
That blew up their space station.
They don't know you did that. Everyone
That's
who knows
true.
that you did that is on the space station still. Or hired you.
Or dead.
Or dead.
Very dead.
Okay.
You're gonna see my ass fucking blowing up ships left and right on top of trying to blow up the fucking behemoth.
Looks like Vincent was just trying to make that code there.
Yeah, it looks like.
I would absolutely be okay if you jumping around blowing up ships while you were doing these things.
Alright, let's see.
I mean, I don't think anyone hates the Empire more than I do.
I might be in support of it. I might give you assistance.
Oh my god. It's been a long time since we've worked together.
Last time we worked together, there were a lot of dead cops.
Oh my god.
This just putting it out there. Comrade does hate any and all imperialist systems, and the Empire is the very definition of an imperialist system. So
This is literally a honeypot for revolution by mistake.
yeah, no, this is like you guys don't see it, but Comrade, like, in his mind is just like reveling in the revolutions that will come.
This is like a new kind of like not a heist movie where like one target is accidentally gonna get fucked by 3 people for 3 very different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
3 people are looking to bring down an entire empire.
Literally, you're in the most honest one of us is Scott, because it's like I hate these people for having hurt me. That's honest rebellion instinct. You're a communist, and you're trying to make sure that this is an opportunity to make an entire economic structure fall. I am a capitalist, and I want them to lose because I have investments in Sorry Minor that would go really, really well if the empire went away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are we trying to do now? We're trying to get the Empire to like commit their fleet against the behemoth.
And then double cross them.
Yeah.
See how
Okay.
many
They're
of
at
them
their
I can fucking
weakest,
blow up.
then we attack. Listen, we've
Okay.
already blown up at least one space station.
And
That's true.
I called on the rebel fighters on Sorry already to be here.
It would take a while, but I can start sending a couple message to Sahul and Kansia way down here and see if any other communists might want to come on in.
This is it. Are we about to do a Star Wars?
You could do a Star Wars.
Oh my god.
They're taking out the Empire. Oh boy.
We all fucking woke up today apparently and chose violence. What the fuck?
Look. So okay, but all right. Here's the thing. Do we really need to make sure the behemoth is dead before we do anything like that? Like,
For sure.
like we may
course, of
have
course.
it may, yes, but it means that we may have to skip this opportunity if the Empire's at their weakest, but there's still a danger from the behemoth.
Talk about that when we cross that.
I mean, we could still do some damage on the side. It's fine.
Yeah.
Throw a couple bombs on board and just.
Hey, I'd like to do an experiment
Oh god.
as role playing is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Gabe, could you take
Yeah.
off your headphones real quick?
Why is that?
I gotta
no.
talk to
Oh.
the boys privately.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna meta game.
Okay, I'd like to try to like secretly calm Comrade and Miyako to the side and just tell them to agree with whatever Val says so that we can move forward. And once I can get you guys alone, I'd like to go. Here's what I've been thinking. Even if things are going really poorly for everybody, it would still be worth taking out the Empire. Because I could just, now that we know how it works, from a distance, use their ships to do big old murmur blasts. And while we might lose you for a hot second, Mirko,
Mm-hmm.
we'll lose the Empire for much longer.
Um,
Comrade nods. No war
Just-
but the class war.
just a clarification. Just a clarification thing. Don't you need to make physical modifications to the ship in person to create a murmur?
Yeah. So you do have to like set it up to explode.
What does that entail?
Like a teleporter getting close enough to teleport onto the ship and fucking it up and teleporting back.
So it takes modifications, not just like throw a wrench in it. So it would take like work, like
Yeah.
a roll and
Work.
say access, unimpeded access for an amount of time, probably longer than an hour.
So work a monkey could do.
Yes, if the monkey knew what they were doing.
That's
Wait,
really
so this
I
is
believe
busy.
your monkey does know what he's doing.
The green ones are the Empire space, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Can okay. Vincent, would you happen to have any context in the Empire's military?
You know, let me try to recollect. Hey, Eric.
Wait a minute. Wait.
'Cause
Wait. I have an idea. I have an amazing, terrible idea. This modification to the engine, will it harm or damage anything else until it is activated, or is it like a sleeper thing?
That's a good question.
Because if it's just a sleeper thing, then we can have our hacker friend make a change to the make a change to the Empire military's maintenance logs and records and everything, and have them push out a new maintenance request on all of the Empire's vessels, essentially turning them into suicide bombs whenever we want them to.
But here's the thing with that idea, though. It doesn't take like, it's not like Mirko had a fixed skill of 4 and was therefore the best in the galaxy, and like that's why he was able to make the modifications. So like any halfway decent engineer is going to be like, hold on, this is fucked. This is going to blow up the ship. So
That's
Yeah.
why I'm wondering, is it like a
So-
sleeper thing?
It's not. I'm wondering. So, this whole thing, the bomb, the murmur, this is all not from the book. This is all us making it up.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
I looked through the book, couldn't find anything on it, and was just like, okay, we'll come up with something on the fly. So I'm wondering if. I think what causes the explosion is activating the spike drive. So I think, yes, you could use it, in a hex, the ship, but the ship could no longer travel between hexes on its own power.
you put it in a
Damn.
carrier.
Yeah, you'd have to put it in a carrier, which
Wait,
there
I'm
are
sorry.
carriers that have
Right.
smaller ships. Usually the smaller ships don't have their own spike drive, but some do.
When we're talking, so the instant the ship goes into spike, that's when it does what it does.
Well, when it activates its spike drive, it doesn't need to go into spike space because that requires it to be a certain distance away from any planetary bodies. You could do this anywhere. But yeah, basically, if it tries to go through spike space, it would blow up.
Okay.
And
So-
yes, Gabe, any engineer worth their salt would recognize it. You'd have to be able to hide that from, someone with a fixed skill of 1.
I mean,
All right.
could
But
we
it's
also
not
just
impossible. It's just extremely difficult and likely that someone out there is going to know.
Well,
Okay, so
My-
there goes that idea.
well, my question was, would it be possible to kind of have like a channel switch as a part of that new modification editing, where it's like, from distance activation, you can kind of control the flow of where that spike energy is going to go, so it's not going into whatever those parts are that make it override.
I think this would require a very specific modification for this explicit purpose, and I actually think there is no way you could hide,
Okay.
because that would be like designing a part in order to switch your ship from ship to bomb,
Mm.
and like that's not just changing some things, that's like replacing parts and putting in brand new parts that no one has ever seen before, because no one has ever really wanted to do this.
Okay, can we potentially make modifications to that allow for a kind of for ease of access, to create kind of a port for which a more compact device can be placed into it that serves as that modification. So it's not inherently something that would be destructive to it, but then we could have Miyako bring that additional modification that slots in.
Yeah, so basically it would be like an interchangeable part that would be like the linchpin of the changing it into a bomb, and making that more easily accessible, so that rather of it taking an hour's work or more to set up, it would take, putting one thing in and taking something out. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
So that is definitely easier than, having them designing a new part and having them build it and then install it. This is still kind of like that, but it hides the intent a lot better.
Yeah, let's Lego bricks this.
Yeah.
well,
I'm
could
right
we
back.
also just straight up tell the Empire that they could make these little fighter jets into bombs that could destroy the behemoth, and be
Could
like,
also
this
tell
is,
them that.
and then
Why
also
would we
send a
want
code.
to give the Empire
Yes.
a weapon?
Yeah, no, because then they can also turn off psionics with that, and that would be dangerous.
Well, they're training psionics to fight for them, so that wouldn't benefit them exactly.
It
No,
would
it
benefit
means
them when
that
they
it's-
fight Psion.
right.
Yeah, it gives
And
them
so
the
they
option.
Yeah,
They
They could
control
put
when
all their
psionics
psychics
are
on
available.
one battlefront, and then on the different one, they could use the murmur. Like they could really, strategize it in a way that it would be pretty devastating.
yeah, we could
Um,
just kill them.
So instead, I think instead of putting sleeper ones in every Imperial ship, what we could do is maybe build that part that like helps it install much faster, and then you can like teleport on board, place it, and get out. And that might be more plausible.
Cool.
I would be down to try that.
It would be a 1-by-1 kind of ship as needed, but at least it would be doable. Whereas I think putting sleeper technology into a ship and like putting in the entire fleet, a lot more of a task.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know that we need that many murmurs.
Well, this is less about the murmurs and more about blowing up the Empire,
Sure.
thinning out their everything.
That's true.
Is there important information that I should know?
Just we're talking. It seems like the best way to go would be to have like a piece that Mirko can quickly teleport aboard an Imperial ship, install it, and then teleport out and detonate.
Well,
That seems more probable.
How much does the Empire actually know about the Behemoth? Because we've kind of stopped at every chance it had to try and enter our systems. So wouldn't it be kind of like a mystery to them for the most part?
You don't know how much they know, actually.
Hmm.
Like,
That's
they have, you know, spies everywhere, probably.
like the people that are on our ship right now.
Well, those are different spies, but yes. What is it? I will remind you, because this has been many, many years. Not many, many years. Just like a few years since we were on. What was it called? The station that you blew up.
Uh-huh.
Executor, I think. That you blew up for the Vargans. That was where Oscar was and Alphonse Krauss.
Oh yeah.
And Alphonse Krauss is the one who named it Behemoth.
Yeah.
So they don't know nothing, probably. They might not know all the same specifics that you do. But I will remind you that they don't know nothing.
I mean, I'm still here for just just sicking the Empire on them and letting them just kill themselves. So, you know.
Yeah, there's still
The
that
thing is,
for sure.
we'll probably still need to be involved, though. We want to ensure that the Empire still doesn't completely die to the Behemoth, because then we would have to deal with Behemoth ourselves.
No doubt, no doubt.
It'd be like the Behemoth has one unit left, the Empire has one unit left, and we just shoot them both.
I do want to specify something, that the thought process behind all this is not once we get a chance, boom. It's the idea that this is insurance that we can kill the Behemoth. That's how I'm viewing this. First and foremost, if things are going really bad, whatever Empire ships are left is where Miyako will go to have them blow up and save our asses. Should we succeed, then we get that consolation prize of still blowing them up.
So more
Either
importantly,
way.
have I gotten my teleportation back?
Depends how long this conversation is after. How long are you waiting?
I mean, I'm gonna keep on trying, like a little bit here and there.
During the entire the past however long it's been, at every chance he's gotten, every 2 seconds, Mirka goes, "Does it work now? No. Does it work now? Does
I
it
just
work
like
now?"
take in place for a second. Nope.
I believe normally you get it back every day. Your effort?
It depends, because I personally don't commit effort ever.
Right.
So
So then, yeah. I mean, yes. So after about a day, it starts to come back. You regain 1 effort, and then, because you don't spend effort ever, you can just use all your abilities, I think.
got it. I get
But
how it works.
Other psychics, they get 1 effort back, and then if they have more effort, it takes the next day.
This would also be a great way to disable any Imperial psychic, prison, or not prisons, or regiments or anything like that.
That's true.
Wait a minute. How long does it take to spike into a system and then get to a planet or something?
Depending on your spike drive. So if you have, I think you guys have a spike 2, so it'll take you, once you're in the hex, it'll take you a day to get to the planet.
Okay. 'Cause I was just thinking it would be a great idea, like if we need to break into anywhere that has a heavy psionic presence, be to like have some of us go in a small vessel first, detonate that, and then bring our psychics in. So you guys aren't affected by it. They are, but that doesn't work.
No, because
Okay.
it's hex wide.
Yes,
everyone.
Yes,
will be
that's what I'm
affected.
saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying like we have the just bagels or the stellar bagels just outside of a hex.
Yeah.
That half of the party that doesn't need psionics.
Yeah, it goes in
Goes in.
first, blows it up, but then you'd have to wait
But-
for the
okay.
reinforcements, the psychic reinforcements.
Yeah, so never mind.
Yeah, there isn't really a space between hexes,
Yeah, it's just
It's
drill
like-
space
right?
Yeah.
So
or spike space.
if it's hex wide, you're on a different hex, and traveling between hexes takes multiple
You-
days.
Could, in theory, time it such that you jump in after the bomb has gone off. But even with a 6 level drive, you would still need 6 hours.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of ways on how we can weaponize this.
Oh yeah, totally
I
valid.
mean, like, obviously it's a weapon, but
Could I have grenade-sized versions of these?
No. So I'm not. You could make a grenade that disables psionics. You do know that that kind of technology exists. You've been
Ooh.
hit by darts that take away psionics.
Have I?
But- Yeah, you were back in that French
Which sounds
country.
vaguely familiar. Yeah, I think it didn't like take away entirely. I think it like cost you some strain or something.
It
Oh,
like added commitment.
this was back in the old version when it was points instead of effort, and so instead of damage, it dealt 2 your psychic points.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Kind of the idea of system strain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just now something else. They don't use system strain.
I think system strain is different now, or doesn't do
System
that.
strain is for cybernetics and things like that.
Yeah,
Cybernetics only. That's the thing. Before it was both.
I think it's also healing, like limits the amount of healing you can get.
For psychic healing.
Yeah,
Yeah. And it also can be used with the metastasis projector.
Mhm.
All right. Let's call the new empire.
the what?
I said, let's call it the empire.
Oh, I thought you said it's called the New Empire. I'm like, no, it's called the New Fallen Empire. PH, because that's the planet they're from.
Yes, that's the planet I'm from. Fucking miserable. Anyway,
Detonated one of these ships on the surface of it. Anyways, yeah, let's call the new fallen. I would recommend someone other than me. Probably someone other than. I'm basically looking at Val, considering everyone else here are
You're like someone other than me, someone other than, someone other than, someone other than. like going across the room. It's like no, bad idea. No, bad idea. Oh, okay, I guess it has to be you. Just
Aren't you a wanted criminal, Victor?
No.
Not in the Empire.
Oh,
not
that's
yet.
Most places, I do my due diligence. I erase a lot of information.
On Scathar,
You
he's a
are
wanted
one-
criminal, but Actually, no. I think you guys wiped that too.
Yeah.
No, he's not a wanted criminal. He's definitely a criminal,
I'm
and he is
an upstanding
wanted, but those aren't
businessman.
connected.
I'm an unwanted criminal.
Yeah.
In theory, you're a wanted criminal,
Yeah. He's
but
done
they just
crimes
don't know
that
who you
people
are.
want him for.
Yeah. In practice and perspective, I am a pillar of the community,
Stealing children.
giving people opportunity.
I will be
All
right
right.
back.
So I guess we arrive in Otan Feri,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I'd like to see what the fastest ship in the system is, or if there's multiple that are going to be the same.
Yeah.
I just
Can
like
you
to s-
roll a luck save?
Sure.
I'd like to state that the second my teleportation comes back, I'm literally just sitting in one spot, teleporting in the same spot over and over again.
Okay. So 14 out of
Says.
20. So you like, I guess like start looking up what ships are in system.
Well, we can just look on our scanners also.
Yeah,
Um,
you look up on your scanners what ships are in system. You can tell that there is a ship with a drive 4.
Sweet. That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah. Currently, it seems that most ships are busy with keeping the Fan Kui Shipyard in orbit rather than falling. But
Mhm.
there are private enterprises that are coming and going.
Hmm.
Cool.
And
And what?
what can you tell me about the? Can you tell me about the
Oh, yeah.
bike level 4?
Yeah, so it's a frigate. Mm-hmm. Or larger. Okay, so this ship is a carrier. It's a cruiser class or capital class.
Mm-hmm.
Why is a small station a cruiser?
Cap.
It's a capital class ship. It's a carrier. It's got drive 4. This ship is owned by Shadia Shipping. It's a sector-wide shipping company that allows for trade to go between planets relatively quickly.
Okay.
What else does What else are you told about this kind of thing? I don't remember off the top of my head.
Well, it's a civilian ship.
Yes, it's a civilian ship. Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's not gonna have a lot of armaments.
Probably not. It might have another ship inside, like a hangar that it
Sure.
deploys. But it's probably well armored and has a lot of. It's mostly cargo space.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I guess I would want to hire the ship to send a message to the Phoenix. And
Okay.
also, we can like have them unknowingly send the Empire a message that is going to be tagged with the virus, if that's what you
Right.
guys want to do.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So yeah, you send a message to them. Do you want this to be like this is the message that you're rolling on, or is this like an invite for a conversation?
Well,
Because basically you're just calling out of the blue saying, "Hey, we need you to go here."
yeah.
That's
So
not generally how their
like,
business operates, but yeah.
sure, but like that we just pay for Prime shipping.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you want to
Like
send them,
like
this is how much we'll pay you. Please go here.
yeah, like they must have like when you dial their number, they have like to see our rates, press 2, and like I want to have that, you know.
Okay. They don't tend to be open for like individual consumers. This isn't like Amazon where you say, "Please send me this." This is more like the shipping company that Amazon pays to ship their product from overseas. This is like the big cargo container boat. They don't generally take calls from individuals saying, "Hey, please go here."
Yes, but I don't think it's necessarily one-to-one, because them being spike level 4, they must get some kind of requests from time to time.
Okay,
So,
yeah. But I'm trying to say there's not like an automated thing. You can't just go to their website and say, "Hey, please do this."
Okay. Well, then I guess I'd like to reach out and like maybe request to speak to the captain.
Okay, yeah. Could you roll some sort of persuasion thingy to get them interested? This is just like yeah.
Cool. Bam.
All right. Yeah, so you send out this message, and it takes, maybe 10, 20 minutes before they get back to you. You get a reply, like an email back from Captain Meyer. Yeah, I'm happy to talk rates with you if you'd like. We're currently planning to go to New Zion, but if you can make it worth our while, we can probably do that instead. We're currently, currently empty, relatively empty, going back to New Zion to get a shipment. If you can make it worth the delay, then we'd be happy to hear you out.
Sure. I mean, does he come at me with like a initial price or something? Seeing as I told him what I wanted.
Yeah. Oh, you just said, "Hey, can you go to Ansavat?" Basically.
Right.
Where do you want him to go? 'Cause, like, Empire Space is big.
To Craig Prime, that's where Phoenix is.
Oh, right. Yeah, you want to go to the Phoenix. Yes. Okay. Let's see. 6 divided by 4 is not a great number, but oh, it's 1.5. That makes sense. Versus 3 days. Basically 6 days. Yeah, he says, this will be a 6-day diversion from our normal schedule. I think it'll be. I actually don't know how much money you guys have. What's like a lot of money anymore?
Well, keep in mind that I could like put it on the Phoenix's tab to a degree.
Also,
I
that's
also-
true. I'm just wondering, like, well, what's a lot of money? Is 60,000 a lot?
I have
Can't
700,000 credits.
Sure, 60,000 is probably a lot because you guys are extremely rich.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you know,
Yeah.
10,000 credits a day. So 60,000 credits for them to take this diversion.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I'll pay that.
Okay.
I was gonna say I could throw in also.
You
I
can
don't
take
know.
the entirety of it out of my account. I don't need money.
Communism.
I mean, if Comrades is volunteering, then I'll accept. Because I do need money, like to eat and shit.
Yeah, go for it. All of mine. I just took 60,000 out of my account.
All right.
Are you low on funds?
I'm at like 35,000 now.
I was talking to Gabe, but yeah, you too.
No, but like I want to like get upgrades for the Stellar Bagels and stuff like that, and that shit is expensive.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He, sends the message back after you transfer the credits. Like, great. We'll go right away. We'll take your message and it'll be there in 3 days. What are you sending?
I believe Victor already rolled the roll for the virus.
Although,
And
oh yeah, I guess that is that is an imperial world, so that does matter. Yes.
I have a question about what I might be able to glean about the general maintenance situations on. Is there a general kind of baseline that all Imperial ships follow as far as their layout and structure? Like, do they all have a very similar kind of like surveillance systems and health support systems? Like, they all follow a standard?
They definitely follow a standard. It's not, not every ship is the same, but there are, classes of ship. Most ships follow the same general layout. Some ships are specialized for certain activities. But yeah.
So hypothetically, I could create something that might be able to, just by passing it along all of them, potentially gain some control over some of their internal systems because they might have some standardization across vessels.
Yeah, potentially.
Okay. Well, I'd like to work on that.
Okay.
But I think specifically the thing we were going for with the original rule was to say that they believe they receive a message from some outpost or whatever.
Yeah, this is separate from that.
Yeah.
This is me wanting to make sure that our plan to have the bombs has a already way made for me to access their ships and activate those systems.
Okay. That
Just
was
prepping for that bit of the plan.
okay.
So that's something I don't even have to send right now. I can send that when they get nearer to us.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds good. So yeah, then we'll send this, false alert from Persia because that's where the Empire was in control. With like, our basically
It's a
our
real
footage.
alert, right? Like, it's just a false people. Like, it's definitely a real threat.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like definitely edited in such a way that it's like we have better sensors aboard our ship, so like it's like here, this is what what they saw, and in detail, here's the fight, and
Yeah, it's basically you saying, I am this commander from the now ruined space station, not I am Vincent Pricer, rando who used to work for the military. It's basically putting you up the priority chain of like messages.
Mhm.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so you send, this is the threat.
Mhm.
What information are you
yeah.
particularly like not telling them? But are you like telling them about the murmur? Are you
No.
No.
so
Definitely not.
basically it's like the behemoth showing up, attacking, and then that's kind of it. And say, hey, there's a big problem here. Is
Mhm.
that kind of the gist of it?
Right, but like make it seem urgent. We might even like feed in some false like readings that they might have taken, where it's like, oh, they've calculated that their speed is going to be this fast when actually it's a little bit slower, so that there's a little bit more of a pressure for them to get there on time.
Okay.
Stuff like that. And like maybe we even like, if we can, fabricate some data of the planet being attacked, so that they know, like, hey, their settlements are going to be under threat.
Yeah. That false data will require some sort of deception. I don't remember what skill that is, or what skill you'd want to use.
Sure. What skill would you guys? Who has a good skill like that?
Not me.
I'm mostly good at shooting and punching things.
I feel
I'm
like
sorry, what's the
you're.
question? Hello?
Do you have
Hi.
a good deception skill?
That's basically a talk roll, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. Talk, charisma.
I'm very good at talking.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. Add your talk roll into this.
What are we talking about?
This is you giving them false information to add pressure. So, like, telling them the behemoth is slightly faster than it actually is.
Oh.
Wow.
All right,
That's
Vincent's got this down.
2
I'll be
natural
right back.
sixes. God damn.
Okay.
I am fucking tired today for some reason.
Cool. I have it written down so I don't forget. Yeah, I think you guys wanted to also possibly acquire ships here, or get Otan Feri in a better place, defense-wise. That was something we talked about earlier.
Right. Getting in a better place defense-wise.
'Cause currently their major defense is falling to the surface of their planet.
Right. Is because they don't have a reactor. So like everything else is basically fine. It's just they don't have enough power.
Yes, someone teleported their special AI core off their space station.
Yeah, that sounds tragic. But what about if we like hooked up the Stellar Bagels reactors, could we add a bunch of juice to their system so they would be in a stable orbit?
That's what they're currently doing with a bunch of ships. They're currently juicing the shipyard, but that
Yeah.
means that those ships aren't available for defense.
Well, I'm saying, could we make it go faster if, like, could we get it maybe done in time if we added our reactor? Because it's a sizable thing.
Right. No, I'm saying like they don't have a battery. You'd be acting as the battery, but then when you leave, you're no longer acting as the battery.
Well, but I'm saying there's a point at which they get it into a stable orbit again, and then it doesn't need any more juice. Like, that's why it's called a stable orbit.
But
Yes.
even though it's a stable orbit, you still have to add power to keep the orbit. Like,
Well, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Occasional adjustments, but for the purposes of a few days, you really don't need it.
I guess 'cause they're using this space station. People are coming and going, equipment is coming and going, the mass is changing regularly, and that would be why the orbit isn't stable because the mass keeps changing.
Well, no,
And
that so
so
mass
they need to
mass
make
change would not affect the orbit
this is
by just not that much. It's like, given the size of a space station like that, few people coming and going, some cargo coming and going, yeah, you need some occasional adjustments, but it's not going to be like,
these are like capital
every ship in
class
this-
starships being built here. A lot of cargo is coming and going.
well, okay, sure.
Um,
Still,
But I'm thinking, like, if they just
Like-
stop using it and just have it as a defense platform, then yeah, they could probably not need any extra juice.
yeah.
But
At least
that
for a while.
requires them to do that, and they don't want to do that.
what
Sure,
did we ever
but-
do with? Like, can we give it back?
Good. But that's
We
a
don't have the
valuable
core on
resource.
us, do we?
Yeah, you do. It's in your spaceship. It's
It is?
in
Okay.
Mirko's lab.
Okay, I don't remember.
So yeah, you
Um,
could just give it back, but it's a pre-tech artifact you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm thinking is you can give it back. You can convince them to stop building spaceships and just focus on defense, which would hit their bottom line. Or you can do nothing.
Well, I think them hitting their bottom line for, like, again, a few days worth of paused building of ships would be fine.
Hey, Gabe,
Given
the
that
ocean is
other-
on fire
Yeah, I know.
because of
I
bottom
know.
line.
But right, but also we're in this universe where we can, like, make convincing evidence on the fly with, like, a single roll of dice. So
You're gonna
there's
have to
also
be
that
very
aspect of it.
convincing. But yeah, I'm saying, like, yeah, they could do it. They don't want to do it,
Mhm.
but you could convince them.
Sure. Yeah. Also, we're pretty rich, so there's also that possibility of incentive.
You could pay them. Yeah, that's possible.
Mhm.
What's the plan?
Are credits 1-to-1 to dollars, more or less?
More or less.
Okay.
I think there's like somewhere in the book it says like, oh, this is what 1 credit can get you.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's probably about even with $1, just for simplicity's sake.
I guess. Are we trying to convince them? Is that the next step?
I brought it up because you guys said this was something you wanted to do, which was have Otan Feri like build up their defenses with their big psychic space station. But that doesn't mean you have to do it. And if no one has any ideas
Yeah.
on what they want to do, then we can move on.
I mean, I like Space Station as a defense platform, and also wanted to see like, you know, what's the inventory of ships we have to work with in the system, because like, you know, if we have some capable war vessels or at least some powerful civilian vessels that are armed, that would help.
Okay.
Also, some junk vessels to make into bombs, just in case.
So yeah, the current traffic coming through, there are not particularly many ships. The loss of their AI core has been a blow to their credibility.
Who would do something like that to them?
And so people are less wanting to deal with them, so they're getting less orders, so less ships are coming in with supplies. There are a few larger ships, like the cargo ship, because this is, you know, a refueling station that can fuel up here. But it's not like an armada. It's like smaller ships and maybe a few unarmed ships.
So there, you could say they're desperate and would be willing to take a smaller bribe.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll throw in whatever money we need.
Same.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to throw in money.
Also, like, did we? I think we had a calculation of how long it would take the behemoth to reach the next
Yes.
system over.
I do have that written down. For some reason, I wasn't able to find it earlier. But it's...
And that's
It's like 24 days or something.
okay.
Oh.
And that's just
It
time.
takes 20 days.
Okay. But that's the 20 days is just the time it takes for them to travel there. It is not how long it would if they stopped to consume the planet.
Correct.
And then
So
so
right now, I will say it was 5 days from Persia to Otan Feri. In order to get to Fan Kui, it's another 2 days. Wait, no. It's another day. For you, yes. It's another day for you.
So we have
So
14 days minimum.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long would it take to like install some upgrades on the ship? Because I feel like we want to make use of the shipyard to at least get some repairs done, and I figure maybe we could get some upgrades on it or something.
Yeah.
While we're here.
That can definitely be arranged. Don't remember how much time it takes, but
Did I finish my hand shotgun thing?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
So I don't see a clock for it.
Huh. It doesn't say how long upgrades take. I'm gonna say you can get 2 done in a week, in addition to any repairs that you need.
We have 2 weeks.
Yeah, you have 2 weeks, so you can get 4 if you can afford them.
Cool.
And
4 if we can afford them.
yeah, and I will say this is, a pre-tech artifact space station shipyard, so it'll count as Tech 5 for ship stuff. So if you have any Tech level 5 stuff, in
Sweet.
I don't know if there are actually that many, but probably are. And yeah,
All
you
right.
can get basically anything.
In the like upgrades, there's a bunch of asterisks next to the prices. How does that work?
Yes.
That scales with the size of the ship.
Yeah, it scales. So if you're on page 101, I think, or where are you?
No, 101 is different.
Oh,
I'm at 97.
97. Yeah, so the next page up in the starship fitting section, it says some are marked with an asterisk. These costs are multiplied by 10 when installed into a frigate, 25 for cruiser, 100 for capital, and then
Okay,
power
so add 2
is
zeros.
similarly marked.
Okay. Add 2 zeros and we get the price.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
And
If-
the upgrade, the class means the minimum like size of the ship that needs to be to get this.
Yeah. I believe
Okay.
the Stellar Bagels is a capital class. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
I think
It
you
is.
can get anything. Because
All. Yeah. Can get all.
yeah, the highest is you need capital class. Although I believe you can't get the thing that lets you fly in the air. So you can
That lets you what?
fly through the air, like atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense. Too big for that.
Yeah, cruiser and capital classes are too big, as opposed to too small.
Right.
So can we not technically afford any of this?
No, we totally.
Because
Well,
it's adding
oh.
2 zeros to it, which would make it 1 million, at least. Except for boarding tubes. Extended med bay. Fuel scoop.
How much money do you have
Lifeboats.
combined?
I just heard something downstairs. I'll be right back.
Okay.
This is when we all see Kit get murdered.
Look, Scott, you're gonna say these things, and one day it's gonna happen, and you're gonna feel so bad.
Am I? I don't say it as like a joke. I say it as a precaution.
Because in truth, in real life, you want to become a precog, so you're like, I did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Finally did it.
I told the future.
Uh-huh.
real quick, if this can be done quick, actually, I might be able to see it. Can I see the upgrades we have?
It should just be on the Stellar Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, you can open the Stellar
Yep.
Vegas character sheet.
Yep. Got it. Perfect.
We have a decent amount. Also, if like we're upgrading an existing thing, do we get a discount off of it? Like, for instance, we have a spike drive 2, so could we get a discount off of a spike drive something else?
I believe so. I think you pay the difference. And I'll just say that because I don't want to look it up.
Sure. That sounds good.
Yeah, I think
Still
that's-
going to be expensive.
I was going to
but-
say still 1,000,000 credits.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, but you know.
But, you know, one of you's got 700,000.
Right.
Another's got 600,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have some to work with.
It was just my dog.
Okay. Um,
Is there anything we could really get that would be?
so I'm thinking a spike drive upgrade would be really helpful for us to get to places faster. And so if we could pool our resources for that, because even it won't necessarily help us in the upcoming fight as much. Oh, I mean, it definitely does because we add our spike drive level to how fast we can escape.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the main thing is we really want to be able to like respond to emergencies much faster.
Yeah,
And
I'm all for that.
So I would love to do that, and then maybe we can like look at, I don't know, mounting more weaponry or something on it. That's going to be the 101, page 101 table.
Yeah.
But I think spike drive
What
first.
spike drive are you gonna purchase?
Well, what is our total money to work with that we have? I'm just shy of 700,000.
I have a little over 700,000.
And I don't know, Victor, if Vincent would be willing to chip in.
You know, Victor would be more than willing to chip in. Vincent is going to be quiet and not draw attention to himself.
Yeah.
Well, we're turning to you now. We're turning to you now and asking. So, like, what does he say when asked?
Could you remind me again why we're getting this new spike drive?
So that we can respond to emergencies and also flee dangerous situations a lot faster.
Okay.
In the common parlance, this crew is souping this bitch up.
Also,
And which one of our
also
ships
think
is
of the
this going on?
business.
Wait. Which one of these ships are we going on? Please do not try to pitch to a pitcher. It's fine. Just tell me which ship this is going on.
I'm just
Stellar
pointing
Bagels.
out
Stella Bagels?
Stellar Bagels.
And do we own the Stella Bagels?
Yes.
Yes.
Like it is
Yes.
legally ours. We
It
hold
is
the
legally
deed on it?
yours. Currently, you are being financed by the Phoenix, as in like your maintenance and your fuel and food are all paid for, so that they have priority when they need you to do something.
Okay.
They're sponsoring us.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Raid Shadow
Josie and
Legends.
Zeus also have a good amount of money. They have.
I will give 10,000.
What?
They
I
haven't
will give
spent any
10
of their money.
Holy shit.
I will hand over 10,000 credits.
That's all right. He found that between some couch cushions.
Okay, fine,
On
shit talker. How about this? I will give you 20,000 credits, and then you get to know that that's all the credits I currently have on me, because we keep going on these fucking missions that are nowhere near where I put investments in, so I can't go pick up my credits.
And that is the limit of Comrade's money. Comrade is completely spent.
Same. Oh, unless you want this last 1,000 credits I was going to use to get Toddy some things when we landed.
Wait, those credits aren't on Zeus's and Josie's character sheets.
I've been keeping track of them on a different sheet, but I haven't been updating that sheet with your guys' money because you have been spending money and they haven't been.
Got it. Do we also have a pool fund? Weren't we like putting money into like a Stellar Bagels
Yes. you
group
got-
fund? I will also put the amount I have. I would rather not spend all of this, but like
Right.
Actually,
Right.
good idea in looking at the crew fund. Because I have a note to myself that you have not yet been paid for something.
Also, think of how much like fresher the bagels will be when we deliver them.
the bagels that we haven't made since the fucking first episode of this game.
The bagels are your cover.
Yeah,
You're a
we keep on
traveling
making them.
bagel factory that you
Yeah.
come in, you sell your entire stock of bagels to the planet, and then leave.
It's like, should we do that more often?
Well,
That feels like easy passive income, right? Because we
It's
have
just
a
selling
crew
bagels.
now.
it's
we
like a
can have,
net
like-
zero kind of business that operates as your cover story.
I should make bagel specific drones, right? Like we could be automating this like a fresh grub situation, right? Like just delivery. Drones on little space scooters.
That's a good idea.
That could be
Crew
fun.
fund. Oh wow, we have fucking quite a lot in there.
Yeah, hold on.
Let me add this up to tell you how much money you
I'm
have
doing that right now.
total. Oh, you
I
are?
am doing that right now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, I am also doing that.
I should
right
do this in a spreadsheet. That way it just automatically updates.
Wait, I'm sorry. This is what we have in our collective pool that we have because we all contribute to it.
It's like a cut we take out when we do missions that we put.
So
to the
you
ship.
came to me asking for my money when you have my taxes already.
We weren't asking for you to necessarily pay it. We were asking how much you had.
You would have given.
Yeah, we had no idea how much you had to use.
We have 5,721,390 credits.
That's my math checked out. Yep.
Cool.
5,721,390.
So
Boom.
I am
Yeah.
honestly a bit irritated. I'm not gonna lie. We've had all this. I have definitely things I know for a fact that I have paid for that would have benefited this entire ship, and yet I have paid for it out of pocket and dime. Eric, there were things that I messaged you. I want you to know that all of that I need to pay for by this fund.
I don't remember any of these specifics, but I'm sure that it happened.
Literally
That's
just messaged you.
Oh, did you?
Oh no, but like I have messaged all those things I messaged you. That's this fund.
Oh, okay.
Yo, when's your arm coming?
It's gonna be delivered.
I have over.
salt in the wound real quick. So we
How
actually
much
can
is
get it. Oh, sorry, go.
How much is it going to cost to upgrade the spike drive?
It depends on which upgrade we go for, but I think we should go for the highest we can afford.
How much is that going to cost?
4
Let me
million.
see here.
Nope, 3 million. Sorry, I forgot to take
What?
away the
Oh, yeah.
10,
3 million. Yeah.
the 1 million, and that's a spike drive 4. Because the next one is 10 million, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can math.
Uh-huh.
I'm just
Well,
gonna
it would be
quietly
9 million,
irate
but
the
yeah.
rest of the day.
What was that?
This has fully pissed in my pudding. I'm gonna be mildly upset all day.
Technically, with just the Stellar Bagels funds, we could get a Spike Drive 3.
I say we
problem.
want to. I'd say we go for 4. That's
Then can
gonna
we
be
use the leftover to get a spinal beam cannon?
I'm sorry,
how much is that?
what, kid?
Did you say spinal and then bean and then cannon?
Beam. Not bean. Not bean as in the things that grow on plants. Beam as in a spinal beam cannon.
1.5 million.
Yes.
Where is that?
That is if we pooled everyone's funds together.
Starship weaponry.
Do we need this right now?
It does
103.
3d10 damage.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Actually, I don't know if that is pretty good. Let me any dice.
I'm pretty sure our current weapons do 2d6, 4d6, 2d4.
We already have a 46 weapon. That's genuinely odds better. Like worst you can roll is a 4.
Yeah, I think we maybe hold on to our money. Well, you can finish what you're saying, but maybe we can save up for say, maybe a singularity gun, something like that.
A singularity gun's 20 million. That's going to be a
I know, but like
5d20
It
and
might-
25 AP.
Also, just putting it out there, if you look at the averages and the statistics of it, 3d10 is better than 4d6.
3d10. You mean 3d8?
Sorry, 3d8.
Oh, no,
a
3d10.
spinal beam
sorry.
cannon is
Yep.
3d10.
Here, I want to put this out there, and I want it to just plant a small seed in everyone's head. If we have been parading around like little good heroes for society for so long that most of my business ventures have yet to be picked up or even looked at, I am sitting on passive money that I have yet to collect. And if at some point you guys can help me distribute my passive software, we could maybe never think about money again.
sure. So in which case,
Val just agreed to fucking pass out ransomware.
yeah, I don't care. It's just that thinking a couple through here option well. Yeah. Shit. Okay. Okay. Let's get spike drive level 4. and that's it. Wait,
Okay.
hold on. Someone's changing stuff on the character sheet.
Oh, that's me.
Can we go back?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I just want to read it. Why is the spike drive level 2 4 mass on the character sheet?
It probably is multiplied by 4 because you're a capital ship.
Some power
Okay.
and mass entries are marked with an
Yeah.
hash mark.
Oh.
These costs multiplied by 2 for frigates, 3 for cruisers, 4 for capital ships. Rounded up.
Great. So, can we get a spike drive level 4 and not have to move too many things around?
I don't think we actually can.
Like,
Probably
well, I
not.
mean, I'm okay with like maybe getting rid of something in exchange for it, just because of how good the spike drive will be.
So you'll get a refund of 4 mass because that'll be out. How much is it going to be?
Uh-huh.
It'll be 12, so you need to make room for 8,
7.
7.
Mm-hmm. So 1 free. So
I mean, in theory, we could drop off the Just Bagels and get rid of the frigate bay for a while. And then either let someone take that fighter that we have and get rid of the fighter bay also.
it still means we need 1 more mass. Is there a way to increase the capacity of mass for the ship?
Not
Is that not
according
good
to
in
the
the paper?
rules.
Okay.
Put in tractor beam.
Yeah, I feel like tractor beam's too useful.
Have we ever used it though?
I don't think
I don't
we
think
have.
we've ever used. I don't think we've ever used the mobile excavator. I don't think we've ever done space.
You haven't
mining.
used a lot of it. Some of it's for the mobile manufacturing that you guys are doing to build your mechs. But that is all very passive stuff going on. Yeah. Changing, mobile extractor out probably wouldn't affect that.
Yeah, that's true. We could get rid of that also.
Could
we could literally have the fighter and the Just Bagels being flown by a smaller crew next to us.
It would have a less powerful spike drive, and then
yeah, they wouldn't be able to keep up with us.
yeah.
Aren't we getting a couple fleets of ships? They'll just hang out.
So, how about could we spend more money to get the spike drive upgraded in such a way, like using shards in D&D, like we were doing, like upgraded to be less massive?
Not in a way that I can come up with on the fly. You could get rid of the polyspectral MES beam. I don't know how much you use that.
Isn't that one of our weapons?
Yeah.
Isn't
It's
that the good
2d4.
weapon?
I don't know. Is it? It's 2d4.
It's not the good weapon. I think it's more useful to have all
Just
3 weapons to
yeah.
be used.
Does extra damage.
Okay,
I'm just throwing
right.
that out as an option.
It has the most armor piercing also.
Yeah,
That's true.
And it only takes up 1 mass, so I'm not worried about it.
I mean, we could also offer the 2 ships to the shipyard, the fighter and the Just Bagels, to act as batteries to help them out so they can buff up their defense. Get rid of the mobile extractor because we're not using that for the time being, at least. And then when the Phoenix comes, we can put the fighter and the Just Bagels on the Phoenix. Hopefully, that it doesn't blow up in this fight.
I mean, we still need to wait to get onto planets and stuff. So we need the Just Bagels with us. And I feel like the mobile factory is too useful, even though it's massive. It's too useful to get rid of. Unless you guys feel differently.
I think we're all using it at the moment.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Could say fuck the fuel scoops and just be better about fueling up.
You mean specific places you might not be able to travel to, or if you do travel to, you might get stuck?
Mm-hmm.
I played a lot of Elite Dangerous. I think we're good.
that is basically all you do in that game. So,
Yeah.
Oh
God. Do we just get a bigger ship? Do we say fuck it?
You have
No,
the
this is the
biggest
biggest.
ship that isn't.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Well,
it's a battleship.
Holy shit.
It's the biggest ship. You cannot get bigger
think-
unless you're going with the Phoenix.
A carrier does have more mass, but it can't have as many weapons, and has less power, and has less hit points, and
Yeah,
armor,
it's meant for carrying ships.
and
It's not
armor
meant
class.
for being a front line. Yeah.
Wait, can any of this go in? Hold on. Hold the phone.
All right. Holding my
Why does our Just Bagels have -6 mass?
Because I forget. Probably
because the
you put
ghost is so light.
too much stuff on it. Oh, because I think at the time there was like a something.
Did it just get translated over from first edition?
Yeah,
in
I
a
think it
weird
got
way?
translated from first edition. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah.
Because could we move things around where we could put our mobile factory on the
Just
Just
Bagels?
Bagels?
I think that'd be cool.
Because the Just Bagels is mostly a landing craft and like shuttling.
Right.
So
The Just Bagels, yeah, this Just Bagels doesn't need a fuel bunker. It doesn't need a fuel scoop because it's just going to be on board the Stellar Bagels.
Right.
Hell, we could get rid of the cargo space on it. Because also we have cargo space on the Stellar Bagels. So right there, that's going to be a whole bunch of room freed up. So what do you guys think?
I'm down to do that. Have a mobile fucking laboratory, basically.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we could still use it to land on planets.
We could probably even get rid of the guns on it if we really needed to.
It's good to have just in case we get into a fight on the surface of the planet
Yeah.
/ in the atmosphere. But if we wanted to, sure, we could get rid of at least one of them. So yeah, let's do that then. We'll move the mobile factory over to the Just Bagels, and we drop the fuel bunker, the fuel scoops, and the cargo space.
Cool. Bunker.
Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Alright.
The one thing is that we might still want to have some cargo space because we want to take some stuff on the surface of a planet up to the stellar bagels. But
We can come to that when we come to that. Because how much cargo space does the cargo space? How much space does the cargo space increase it realistically by? Aren't we talking like a warehouse? Not warehouse, but like huge area of cargo space? Not just like
for the stellar bagels, we have a massive amount of cargo space.
yeah.
But for just bagels, I mean, we have enough for some bagels. Why is it 5 for the just bagels and 1 for the stellar bagels? Is it just how
What?
that works out? It's the cargo space in the just bagels takes up 5 mass.
Oh,
It should
that's
be
because you
1.
have 5 mass of cargo space.
Oh,
You can get rid of parts of that.
so, okay.
Because I think
So-
your cargo space in
Mhm.
the stellar bagels just counts for more. Because it's bigger overall or something. I don't know.
Right.
I think that's what it says.
Yeah, that makes sense. So if we left 1 cargo space, will we have enough for the mobile factory to be moved over?
Going off of the calculations from earlier, yes. So like the
Sweet.
what was it? The extra mass from translating it over.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Because that would really be 2 mass.
You got
So
rid of-
realistically, all we would have to get rid of would be the fuel scoop and the fuel thingy, maybe.
what are you saying?
The mobile factory, it would be 2 mass on
It's
the
4 mass.
just bagels. It's times 4,
So it'd be 2.
so it would be 2. Oh wait, no, is it multiplied for a freighter also?
Probably.
I don't think you can put it on a fighter. So yeah. So it actually, mobile factory minimum ship size is cruiser.
Oh, so we're kind of fucked.
So
Oops.
damn it.
It's a good idea though.
Also, we could totally get a larger ship. We only have the battleship. We could get a fucking large station or a carrier.
Well,
it would
we
be
can't
very
afford
funny
a-
if you guys just had 2 ships and just traveled with 2 of them. And one's a carrier, one's a battleship, just so you can have one battle thing and one science thing.
I mean, that would be useful.
It would be, yes.
I say our next thing is to take over a space station.
Hey, what do you know? There's a space station right here.
That's just what I was going to say.
Uh-oh.
We got 14 days.
This is not only a space station, it is
A shipbuilding space station?
Shipbuilding space station.
Yes.
A pre-tech shipbuilding space station?
Yes.
That we
Pre-tech
happen to have
space-
the power core.
That we happen to have the power core. It is not technically an Empire space.
Could we political our way into owning the space station? Just be like, I see you guys are in a very bad situation. We have the answer if we were your presidents of your space station.
If y'all want to attempt that, you can next session so that I have time to prepare. But actually, like, tell me, do you want to do that? Because I will prepare that.
Are we those people?
Do you want to buy this fucking space station, kit it out, and use it as a defense against
Slash
humans?
research lab.
Yeah, how much would it cost to buy this station?
Why? Did you not
Why
get
are we-
here, though?
They're in shambles.
We
Yeah,
are the
let's-
only solution.
So it depends. If you want to buy it, it'll be very expensive because a large station is 40 million. You don't have that cash.
But a dead station is nothing, so we are their Lord and Saviors. Like,
Right, so
Also,
it'll be more than
we
you
could just-
have, but you could potentially lower the price or strategically get rid of some people.
what if we just kill the leadership and then install ourselves?
or something that maybe is not going to get us like immediately attacked if we survive the behemoth by humans is if we just like purchased it, but what we have on hand is a down payment, and then the Phoenix pays off
The rest.
the rest.
You could
I
try.
kind of like
yes.
having our own space station without the need for the Phoenix, though.
Well, we can still buy the rest of it from the Phoenix, like as a over time. As
This
we
is
make
like
more
getting
money.
a loan from the bank,
Right.
but the bank is the good
Right.
guys actually in the scenario.
Right. And we could still negotiate the price down so that there's less of it that we need to pay off in the future. But this is a way of getting it now, today, getting this station. That I think otherwise we need to come back and wait and all this stuff. So there's something to be said about the immediacy.
if this station doesn't have a power core, how are people actively on it?
We
There-
talked about this.
The,
Other spaceships are currently supplying it with power and lift.
if we were to
Yeah.
pull out the power core and be like, hey, we have this power core, we could put it in, would they recognize the power core? Is it discernible enough where they would be like, oh my god, that's ours, what the fuck?
This is like if you pulled out the Mona Lisa after it was stolen and
What
say,
if we,
hey, I just
followed
happened
off
to
the
have
serial
the
numbers?
Mona Lisa.
Okay,
Now,
so it's not like a general engine that
No, this
is just
is
super rare.
no, this is one of these exists, as far as anyone is aware.
Here's what I
It's
would
a-
like to say.
It's a pre-tech piece of technology.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
use this as leverage to lower the price, but this would be, a negotiation that you have with NPCs that I'd have to make up over the next couple weeks, and do we do a weird business meeting.
We've been to
I-
a couple of those.
I'm actually, if you guys are interested in this, I am down to do it.
I like how my joke has turned into the plot.
Well, look. Think about it this way.
It's not a bad idea.
It's
we
a
can-
great
we can
idea.
we have a need for manufacturing already, which is what this mobile factory is doing. We can transfer that over onto the space station. We can then build ourselves a fleet, make some money selling ships to other places, and also still have something of a home base to build up defenses against the behemoth, that kind of thing. And have more room on the stellar bagels for upgrades such as improved spike drive.
Yeah. Holy shit. I'm down for it.
I'm in. I'm not exactly happy about the whole capitalist part, but I'm in.
Well,
We'll
think about-
redistribute the money equally.
yeah, look, we clearly we can't turn society communist if there's no society left after the behemoth comes through. So we build up a military. Even the communists will realize that there may be necessary to have a military in certain situations.
First of all, a military is always necessary.
Oh my gosh.
No,
We're talking
okay.
permanent revolution here. We're talking nonstop. Everywhere gets revolution.
Okay, all right.
We'll spread our peaceful ideas by force.
I don't know. Victor, do you have anything to add?
I mean, not really. Listen, we might not pay anything for it at all. I'll talk to them.
Talk.
I'll talk to them more convincingly than I think anyone's ever talked to anyone. I don't think we'll
Okay.
have to pay all that much for this.
Okay, I'm willing to let you try.
I imagine that scene in Avatar: The Last Airbender where they're on the pirate ship and he's like, "Oh, you want 20 gold pieces for this scroll? How about 1 copper piece?" And the pirate's like, "No, I'm good."
Well, you know,
We're basically going in there with $5 million and we're like, I know this would usually be worth a lot, but fuck you guys. Here's what we have.
Right, and you do have the AI core, so you might be able to leverage that as well.
And
And be like, hey,
it's not like we're taking them out of a job.
Yeah, you're
We
just
could keep
transferring
all of
ownership.
them.
yeah. Well, I don't know if it's useful for us to say that we have the AI core, but
true,
what
they
we
might
could
wanna
do.
take it.
Right. But what I was saying, what we could be like, it's like, hey, don't worry about paying. You don't have to worry about paying these ships to juice up the station for you anymore. Like all this stuff. Like we'll take care of that and just keep it vague with how we do it.
Yeah.
And it'll be down to us to figure that out. And then we just they unplug all their ships and then it stays in orbit and they're like, what? And they don't know what we did.
Yeah. Because theoretically, this could just be burning a hole in their pocket if it's not, up and running.
Right, especially since traffic went down for them.
Yeah, they
since
might be
this
wanting
happened.
to
Yeah.
get out before it takes them with it.
Right.
Just take
If it's
the buyout.
hemorrhaging money, the money, then eventually they might have to stop paying for the ships to juice up the station for them. At which point the station crashes into the planet. And then that's a big old PR disaster in addition to everything else. So maybe we're actually doing them a favor by paying them like 5 million or whatever we come to as an agreement.
Right.
Then it's our responsibility if that happens. And
Right.
then, it doesn't.
So this is a plan. that I will prepare for. We will not do this right now. But this is
Yeah. Well,
great.
so I think because this has been a short
Yeah.
session,
I
we
do
could
have
still,
two more
there's still
things
stuff.
that I'd like to do that are like
Yeah.
role-playing things, but they're not pressing.
Mhm. Yeah, and I
So,
think there's
yeah.
other things we could potentially.
Do 'em.
All right. So the first thing involves you, Victor. So while you all are, dealing with this, preparing for, a potential buyout of the Fan Kui Shipyard, Rupert, your new lackey, finds time where you're not busy and brings you aside.
Can I help you?
Yes. So, about Dr. Obinya. I think it's going to be very suspicious if I simply just stop texting him. Now that I work for you instead of him, I wanted to get your input on how to maybe fool him into thinking I'm still working for him.
Well, here's a quick question. What does that awkwardness do to you?
To me, not much. It probably ruins my reputation among the academics back home, but I don't care about that. What it really matters is for you. Because if I'm not giving him updates, then he either thinks I'm dead or turned traitor. One of which is true.
Yes.
You,
Now, what do you think that means for him?
it means he
aware of
sends
that.
someone else.
And that means that they are more cautious.
Yes? Listen, if you don't want to do anything, that's your call. I just wanted to bring that up so that you're aware. It is going to be conspicuous if I just stop texting him. You don't have to give me an
Here's
answer
what I
right
do.
now.
No, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Because I do have an answer for you right now. I will help feed you incorrect information. Things that are just a little bit off from what we are actually doing. A lot of that, thematically, is going to look like we are trying to stop a plot to destroy a series of Empire vessels that we have recently heard about. A plot perpetrated by some other large empire. You can come up with that on your own. No, we'll just keep feeding him that. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
We can use this as an opportunity to help cover up some of our tracks. I want everything we're about to do on this mission to go smoothly. So smooth that when it is done, we get all the benefits and none of the backlash. Those are the kinds of lies I need from you. And if you don't feel like you can construct a good enough lie, feel free to just send me a message and I will send you something right quick.
Alright?
I appreciate you coming to me for this. Are there any planets that you are wanted on?
Not really. I, spend most of my life in the Uno system, so no, not really. I mean,
You don't
that-
have a criminal record?
Not one that would make me an international criminal, no.
Okay, good for you. Well, should the need come, I will happily expunge any records that you might need expunged as a sign of appreciation.
If we ever go to Bulo, I might take you up on that.
Good to hear. Keep up fantastic work.
All right, and he, heads off to do his thing.
I'm going to want to comlink into his entire system. I don't want him to shit without me knowing about it. If he's the kind of person who can betray someone once, he can do it twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be computers or programming roll against his whatever kind of perception, which I don't think he's particularly good at. Just gonna roll. Yeah.
I'd be given any kind of advantage considering this is he's living on my house.
I'll say if you fail, which I don't think you will, he won't know
You
that
get
you
a layer
tried this.
action.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled secretly by accident. Almost positive you can't roll lower than a 7. All right. Yeah, you patch into his system. You create, something to monitor everything he does, everything he sends. If he does anything suspicious, I will let you know.
If he does anything suspicious, please let Toddy know, then Toddy will let me know.
Okay.
Is Toddy your fucking
Secretary, yeah. He's my
secretary?
intern.
Yeah. Damn.
Junior got promoted.
Junior.
He's been doing real good. He's been doing real good. Getting some common sense.
Cool.
Child labor laws are a wild thing in the space universe.
Yeah. They're difficult to enforce when you don't live anywhere.
Me and Combat might have similar views to that.
Wait, what?
What was that?
I don't. No, children should not be expected to work until they're adults.
A man
I-
becomes
as
young
a-
in communist areas.
Yeah, as a robot, would he understand the concept of childhood?
He understands the concept of not being a legal adult.
Okay.
I mean, theoretically, he probably gets that small humans are useless compared to big humans. And that small humans eventually become big humans.
In most cases, not all.
Right.
Small humans
short
are
people-
less
We're being the
productive
exception.
than big humans.
Isn't Comrade also partially human?
Like, there's a couple bits of a brain in there, yeah.
Yeah, how do you think he's psychic?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So he's not totally robotic. He's probably just programmed mostly robotic.
It's like no. It's like how people can get a cybernetic implants. He has a biological implant.
Oh
Yeah,
my
exactly.
God.
Actually, yeah, that's probably it.
God.
The brain doesn't do any thinking. The brain is there to do psionics.
Just to
Which
mark
might
off.
be worse. That might be
That's
like a living
scary.
person. Anyway, let's not get into the ethics of fictional psychic robots.
That's
It's like the same thing.
fucked up. That's so scary.
It's like having an AI in your head, though. Like, I don't know. Like, it's
But you're the passenger. Normally the AI is
Yeah,
the
no.
passenger
Well-
in that scenario.
well. That's no. I'm saying in from Comrade's perspective, it's like having an AI in your head.
It's like zapping a dead dog for an alarm system. It is wild.
That's so crazy. Anyway, morals aside, this is what's happening apparently.
Also, what do you mean? Okay, just a side note. Comrade did not sign up for this. He was he is like an experiment in and of himself.
Yeah.
For sure.
Comrade
Yeah.
was built, not born.
But that's just two tragedies.
That doesn't make it better.
Yeah.
If anything, that makes it fucking worse.
Right. It also doesn't make it Comrade's fault. It makes it Comrade's designer's fault. Still
Well,
bad.
sure.
Slash manufacturer.
Just, yeah.
I don't know
What
any
is the
person
of
who's
evil?
like, throw another person in my goddamn brain. Like, no one wants that for themselves. Fuck that.
Also, it raises interesting questions on whether Comrade's actually in control of whether or not he wants to spread communism.
Okay, we don't need to get into more of this shit right now. Fuck.
All right. Oh. Here's another loose end we can tie up. Fred Shepard, that guy whose starship you blew up. He leaves at some point while you're on the station, charters another ship with his sleep pods, and heads out.
Okay.
That's it. He doesn't give like a
Which guy was
tearful
this?
goodbye. The guy whose spaceship you stole.
Did we not steal? Yeah, I was gonna say, we were like, yo, we need your spaceship. And he was like, here you go.
Oh.
And then we blew it
Right.
up in front of him.
Yeah, which is why I'm not putting any like actual time into this, because it's like he wasn't
gone.
really a character as far as roleplay is
What about-
concerned.
All the refugees, are we just dropping them on the space station?
That depends. Yeah, do you want to send him here, or are you gonna go somewhere else to drop him off?
I mean,
'Cause-
might as well drop them here and say if they need to get the fuck out of here, the Phoenix is on its way.
yeah. Also, there are spaceships coming and going, just less than normal. Yeah, we can tie that up. You no longer have them or Fred or the refugees on board.
Ghosts are real.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah. How about like us convincing ships in the area to stay and fight?
You could do that, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to do that now, or is like part of next
Taking
session?
Taking over the space
Uh,
station.
Well, I could see it going either way. Like, I guess if we had the space station and then we asked people to stay and fight, that might help us out. Because then we'd be like, we'll
You'd
give you a
get more
discount if you need
invested.
upgrades. Right. That kind of thing.
You've got more leverage if you own the station.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. I think that's it.
You
for
said
now.
you had
Unless-
had 2 roleplay things.
Actually, I realized one of them probably wouldn't happen until like next week or the week after. Because it'll
So we're
take
just-
time to get the message out, but we can. I mean, Vincent,
We can wait.
I mean, I don't mind doing it now. At some point over the next 2 weeks, you get a package delivered to your ship.
Your fucking arm, bitch.
Wait, me?
Yeah, Mohan notifies you that there's a package for you in one of the cargo bays.
Well, me being my wonderful self, knowing how many people adore me, I send one of my drones to go open it up first.
Okay, yeah. the drone opens up this crate.
Yeah, your FedEx tracking number, by the way, also tells you that your arm has arrived.
People can intercept. You got to make sure.
That's fair.
True.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, it opens it up. It unpackages the arm. No traps go off. There's no explosions, no EMPs.
I'd
no
like you to do a
poison
scan real
darts.
quick. Make sure there isn't an explosive internally.
Yeah, you want to do a once over.
Doing a radiation scan.
Yeah, can you make a intelligence-based notice roll? Okay.
You also have expert.
Oh, you do also have expert. Push to talk.
Isn't 7 passing technically?
Yeah, so this is
Yeah,
fine.
I'm satisfied with an 8.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's no secret explosives. There's nothing like that. It's 8,000 credits. It's the prosthetic arm. It's got the small advanced weapon in it as the blade. It's got that laser pointer, the lock picks, the compass.
Laser pointer?
Comm server, like a compact comm server. And it has that programming skill. It gives you a +1 when using it on the fly. So like if you have to hack into a enemy system, like when you're on someone's spaceship or space station, you get a +1, although like for the sensors and normal hacking rolls, it doesn't apply, because this is to defeat, you know, like firewalls and stuff like that. So you get a +1 situational bonus. I think that was everything. I'm just gonna have you roll. I'm not gonna have you roll for that. I think an 8's good enough to find this out.
Has anyone been watching The Bad Batch?
I have not. I want to, but I haven't.
All right, I just imagine this as Echo's arm. It's just like, it's basically the R2D2 thing where it plugs into a port and it can like turn and like
Yeah.
like.
This arm, with all the design specifications, all the like bells and whistles that you asked for, 8,000 credits is cheap. Too cheap for this, but that's all you get.
Does it have the knife?
It does. It's got all the bells and whistles. But like, I mean, it's
Knowing
not
that is enough for me
unreasonable. It's just,
Right.
like, why is it so cheap? This doesn't.
I'm too much of a pessimist
Yeah.
not to have this be. I want to bring it to Zeus.
Okay.
What?
Why was that your response?
But you're just like, nah, fuck Mirko, let's go over to the monkey.
Yeah.
It's more sentient than him.
You want Zeus to take a look?
Oh, not wait. Okay, gee, I did honestly wait. Is Miyako really that good at engineering?
I'm fine.
Well, then I'm going to Zeus. I don't need fine. I need godlike. That's Zeus.
No, he's probably gonna be good for it.
Actually, yeah, he's a specialist.
He's got the
In
fixer
fixable-
specialist.
He rolls 3 and drops the lowest, like you, for the other thing that you do. All right. Cool.
Wow, he rolled 2 6s.
Wait, really? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, critical success. This arm.
This is why we go to Zeus.
Listen, I do my fair share of good rolls.
This arm has 2 things in it that you don't want. And he can disable one of them very easily. The first is a tracker. Like a where exactly are you? Pinpoint tracker. The second is a switch, or like a wire that is connected to the elbow and the wrist. That looks like it is separate from everything else, such that it would, activate on a command. You're muted.
Could you say that last bit one more time? My audio was being weird because of my Wi-Fi. Like
Okay.
those last section of that.
So, in addition to the tracker, there is a wire, or like a secondary thing. It's got all the normal stuff that this would have, but it's got an additional wire that goes to your elbow and wrist, so that someone could give your arm a command, potentially. Or that there's some like trigger that would do something with your elbow and wrist.
Well, I have a strong feeling that might make somebody make me kill myself, and I'm not a fan of that.
Which do you want him to disable?
Why can't he disable both?
Because I want you to make a choice.
Oh.
Now you can have him disable the other one later.
Remember
Right
that
now, he
time
can
I could have
disable
just
one of them.
grew your arm back?
There's a potential to have the tracker be something you can use against the person who put it on there.
If people want hands, then they can know where to damn well find me. We're being looked at anyway by this motherfucker in this weird space situation. It might be the same person for all I know, but if people want to talk, they can come find me and they can talk to my bullets.
Or your
Alright.
grenades?
He disables the kill switch.
Whoa!
You were absolutely right. It was specifically designed to have you kill yourself at the least opportune moment.
Oh. Oh.
I thought at the best case scenario is that thing was programmed to just release the arm and it just drops off your body. Like
That would be fucking hilarious.
That'd be really funny, but no, I wanted to go hard on this. I wrote down this arm includes something that has him stab himself in the throat and die. But you disabled it.
Eric was like, I want to fucking murder you.
No. I don't want to murder you. I want you to know that someone wants to murder you. At some
Who
point.
plays that someone?
right. If anything, he's doing you a service.
Right. I could have not told you.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
figured, you know what? Vincent is smart. knows economics, knows electronics. He knows this was sold to him too cheap. Obviously, he's going to check it out.
This is what happens when you shop at Wish.com. Like that's
Oh
just
my gosh.
oh.
So that's all I had.
Cool.
I've unfortunately got a dip right now. I'm sorry, gang. I forgot I told someone I'd be doing something with them.
No, that works perfectly. I will see you
Yeah.
sometime next month, hopefully at the
Alright.
beginning of the month.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we will talk about corporate takeover.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely here for it. Peace, guys.
Peace.
See ya.
Also,
So, yeah.
here, before you go, Richard, before
Yes.
you go,
Yeah.
you let us know that there was a kill switch on this arm and that your life is, being threatened by? Yeah.
You muted. Still muted.
Still couldn't
Give us
hear
a
you.
thumbs up or thumbs down. No,
Nope.
we didn't hear it. Okay,
You would tell us.
cool.
Hmm. Okay.
I feel like Zeus would tell us also.
Yeah.
At the very least,
I-
he tells Mirko.
Oh.
All right, yep. Bye, Victor.
Yeah, that's true. Mirko would just annoy the shit out of him until he told him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and that's where we're gonna call it.